can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't got to compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings. It's week 1 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
So here's Kaini Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jones. This one complete to Alec Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Here we go. First and 10, Taylor now. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. It didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. Throwing Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 5. On the option right, it's Jones. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Okay, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Detroit.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
How about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Taylor will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
Okay, here we go.
Here's Taylor again, and I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark it short of the goal line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we've got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and then capture him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stroud from his own end zone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
F-18.
They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
On 4th down, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
On the quick, right?
Stroud working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mixon will try the right side. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. They run for it with Mixon. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little creasing.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud looking to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. That one finds Pierce right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Second and a couple.
Here we go, hey.
Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Jones out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back to throw again. Got his man, it's Warren. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
26.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And Stroud now to throw. Quick slant caught by Kirk. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start with North versus South in the Sunshine State. Jacksonville traveling down I-95 to take on Miami. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. The Jags seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as we'll get this up to the 29. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap to Stroud.
That's going to be caught by Kirk.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 3rd and 3.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit. Here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They'll get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Stroud to throw it. That is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 4th down. Here's Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Throwing Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Okay, here we go.
All the option left, it's Jones.
And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it?
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Now Stroud.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
The Colts offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Full to run show Fadukasi there on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Now Jones.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Indianapolis, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
What's up, Joe? We're playing the game. No, it's snowing now. It's iced out. We got an ice storm. Yeah, it's iced out here, man.
Hey, yo.
Let me see.
Fresh out the
It's ice, man.
fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap. What do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out. Let me hang.
It's snowing now.
Break down. Stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy. Earthquake. Boy, it's a shakedown. I done done so much work. They think it's fake now. Big fish. Every beat is just bait now. Got rich. Some switch. They try to hate now.
Y'all think he's working with us?
Flow water, big trip, boy, this a great cloud. Highlights, bonus life, my whole tape
down today, man.
With me, if I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the box, came in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean a banging. Have my hand down, let me hang.
You know I was Shamrock man, cuz.
That's a luxury. If hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's luxury. Luxury. These luxury. Luxury.
Yeah, man, you know, all the Shamrock man. A lot of them I gotta let them go for a minute, man. They ain't changing their ways. They stuck in their ways.
Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the bay.
Probably is. I was wondering the same thing. It's like 17 degrees out there. I thought you were around with that, brother. 17 degrees out there.
2 in, 2 back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, 5 million water, that's a big one,
Knock the man out.
6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1,
Yeah, that's 6 trips.
got 17 hours to the flight out, only got time for a night out, so tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger.
Sound like the devil to me, cuz.
Tell me what you want from me.
Sound like something the devil do to us. That's what the devil do. He invite you over and then jump on it. I don't feel like getting that wrong. So he kept his hands to himself. Got dropped, got dropped.
Went through. J. Cole said his memes and meals, but
Call the chopper.
really wanna wipe me down. I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me than never beef with lifestyle. Stickles, I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, so cocky from the back while I put on my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey 6'2", dark skin.
Why you always call your job, though, cuz? Why you always call your job?
You know I gotta catch my flight.
I'm just saying. Watch these dishes over here, Negro. I want to go to work, man. I don't want to be out. The mark on trick, I don't like that. Well, that's what I expected out of him. That's why I say with music, I don't really want to get into music with people. Because you see how he said, I can go to music myself. That's a competitor. Yeah, you gonna let this shit go on, right? Matter of fact, you gonna try to say you some shit like you did yesterday. Shit, you will. I ain't got that like that plenty of time, but it's still up to us. Can't be mad at Marco, but it's still up to us to make the decision not to do it. Thank you, but
I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business.
well, yeah, I didn't like that, but you know, if you for us, then we feel like you gotta make a dollar. Cause she needs to, you know, transition, it's kind of a transition, so you feel me? You know, she's transitioning out of drug use. So hopefully she is. Cause I don't even know her, but I don't want her on drugs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to do with her. I don't want to sleep with her. For one, because she's your girl. And that's what people got to learn, though. To respect people's relationships. You know, I don't think, to be honest with you, cuz, do I trust Trill in that aspect? No. I don't think he will respect the relationship, cuz. I think that he is a jealous type. He's the type that try to talk fast, talk people. You know what I'm saying? Take people fast. And
Yeah, she came over and she had a different story, Bob. I didn't tell him that.
yeah.
He took the story and she flipped it. He made it his own story. That wasn't good.
Yeah, he's fast. He's a fast talker, man.
The fuck out of him, Bob? Oh, God. How you gonna get...
Okay.
I care about you motherfucking ass.
I see it is one day at a time, man. Take care of yourself. Get in that gym. Get you some vitamins in you. You know what I'm saying? We could go from there, my guy. You know, because once you get to looking, you know, once you get your body and stuff feeling good, you'll start feeling good. That's what I think I'm going to do. I ain't going to get me no another job because I don't feel like I need another job. I feel like the days that I'm off, I need to focus on the goals, and you know what I'm saying, that I want to complete with my life. I work 5 days a week for them, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 days off.
You want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league.
Yeah, you see how hard it was for me, okay?
You want to run the show as a coach or an...
It was hard, man. I had to keep fighting to try to find a job, man. Not giving up. Shoot. You know, I've been praying a lot for peace. You know, that's what I said. if a person can irritate you, they can control you. You know what I'm saying? And that's our problem. We get irritated a lot. You know what I'm saying? We have been through so much, we get irritated. We try to love hard and all that, but we gotta know when to hold and know when to fold. You hear me?
Got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jaguars and the Dolphins. Next on Madden NFL 25.
I ain't playing that bad, no man.
Yeah, man.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium.
Yeah, I stay playing the game, cuz that's my getaway. You hear me?
It's the start of a new
it's
season
too loud,
in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, our partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be here.
Yeah, I want me one too, cuz. We might. Where you going? We're gonna go through this shit together.
Man, it feels so good.
I get on my bike.
The entire season, all 32 teams all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had.
Man, what dudes, man? I don't know, cuz I don't like to fight that much no more, man. I try to be the peacekeeper. Dude done started some shit, man. Tay knock him out.
Week one's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
Jacksonville comes out with former #1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback. 6'6", tall and talented. Greg, hard to believe, already is season 4 for Lawrence after his days at Clemson.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Now, 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, Travis Etienne. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough. It is first down. Once again, it's Etienne. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Willie Gay with the stop. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Hey, Lion!
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9.
11, Haggett. Hey, run. Take right open.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it once more with Etienne. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things. Turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
Now the 2nd-year man, Devon Achane. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretch.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Trayvon Walker, the former 1st overall pick, in there for the sack. So, 1st quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Jaguars on top. And we're back to South Florida after this. So, on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Parker Washington awaits for the Jaguars. Now, a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Lawrence now. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. 3rd and 6. To throw is Lawrence. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. And the player that is down is Trevor Lawrence. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. So this next drive about to get going, we remind you, coming up later tonight, the regular season premiere of Sunday Night Football. It's a good one. Playoff rematch, Stafford against Goff, the Rams and the Lions from Ford Field. That's at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, we wrap up week 1 with Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Monday opener. The Jets and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 West Coast time.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle. Just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that. It's incomplete.
They've been a little up. First half, I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. On the return, here's Washington. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Man in motion, heading left. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Ready. Out.
From the gun, here's Tua. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Get set.
Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense going to take over just before the half. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
2nd down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Red on the red.
Lawrence. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now here's Lawrence. To the left side. It is caught by Myers. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, Malik Washington. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied. 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense. And they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Hill brought in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That one good for 15 and a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to tuck it and go. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Tua gonna throw. He'll run again.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Jags offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with first down from their own 11.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
Etienne is able to move the chains, and when you look at what he can do both in the run game and the passing game, you can see why the Jaguars invested a first-round pick in him just a few years ago. Over 1,000 rushing yards each of the last 2 seasons, but it's really the total scrimmage yards that really makes him stand out.
They'll go back to Etienne on first down. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks.
Let's go. We're at 23.
Lawrence now on second down. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On first down, here's Tungo Bailoa to throw. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Ready.
Hill brought in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Third and long. And here's Tua. That's complete. It's Waddle. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out first down and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. A first down throw. The ball comes out, but this is taken in by a teammate.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Here's first and 10. Now Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Dolphins move out in front, 13-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right,
he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards, except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And this ball incomplete on third down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Now 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. He'll find the rookie from LSU, Brian Thomas.
Nice play here by Thomas, and I think the biggest thing that he does, Mike, is his ability to get vertical, track the ball, and then go up and compete at the highest point. And I can tell you, when quarterbacks can throw that ball anywhere on the field and just feel like their guy is going to come down with it, they don't have to be necessarily as accurate. They don't have to necessarily always be perfect. The wide receiver allows a much larger margin for error, and it's a big reason why he led college football last year in touchdowns.
Here's Etienne. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through